Well, let me ask you this, because it kind of follows into what I said before. A lot of people actually have been locked up in California, but done time with some very popular people, Charles
Right?
Manson and stuff like
Oh,
that.
I actually, okay, my bad.
Okay, all right, all
Oh,
right.
now that you say that, okay. So I wasn't on the yard with Charles Manson, but I
Uh,
was in the shoe and I was in 4A4 left in Corcoran shoe. Charles Manson was housed in 4A4 right, which is a protective housing unit for celebrities and shit, right?
yeah.
And I was being escorted to the dentist and we were walking, and while we're walking, I see two officers escorting a little short old white dude, right? And I'm walking and they like, I'm 6'3", 225, man. And they like, hold on, we gotta pull you off the track. We gotta pull you off the track. I'm like, what?
This guy must be snazzy, huh?
Yeah, I'm like, oh, is
Coming
that right?
through.
So I'm like, okay, I'm ready to field goal this nigga, right? Whoever it is, right? Because I already know when you in cuffs, the first thing you want to do is try to kick somebody off their feet, right?
Yeah,
So I'm like, okay. So I'm thinking, they teach you different ways to fight in different positions.
yeah,
You know?
yeah, yeah.
So first thing I want to do is try to sweep your legs and get you off your feet or kick you in the middle of your chest and knock you off your balance, right? And I see little, so I'm like, the closer you get, I'm like, it's a little old ass man, right? I'm like, and I'm like, dude is like extra short, right? I'm like, then when he got closer, then I recognized who it was, and it's Charles Manson. I'm like, man, this little old ass man ain't finna do nothing to me, man. Let's go, man. Come on, man. They're like, oh,
Oh, shit.
he has a habit of trying to rush blacks.
Oh, stop playing, man.
I said,
Oh
man,
man, somebody got dusted off, bro.
he would have his little old ass would have got fucked up that day.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
they would have been mad. But I mean, I understand the security, how they got to keep their
yeah,
security.
yeah,
But come on, man, this dude is 80 pounds and like 90 years old. What are he really gonna do to me, man?
yeah.
What are you gonna
That's
do? Headbutt me in the middle of my chest and still fall down?
yeah.
Like, come on, man. But I
That's
think, yeah, now you said him. Yeah, we walked by each other. I looked at him, he looked down. I'm like, come on, man. Really?
yeah. That's wild, man. I'm like, hey
Charles
Charlie, hey
Manson.
Charlie.
Yeah, I'm like, but then a good thing though, I heard he had bought for Christmas, he had bought everybody on his tier TVs
Damn,
one
that
year. That was like in 2001.
that's nice. That's nice.
That's a cool little chunk.
Yeah. Well, you said that if shit was popping off, on a level 4 yard, you probably
Yeah.
would have heard it. If it was ringing
Well,
bells.
if you was popping, you was doing stuff
Yeah,
in my city, like me, I was hitting yards, and homies that didn't know me from the streets or wasn't in other prisons they already knew about me because certain things I had done in other prisons that that made enough noise singularly that it followed. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Like in reception, I got into it with a guy and I beat him with a metal tray. And so everybody heard about that. You know what I mean? Like, damn, who's this youngster, man? He beating cats with trays. So they hear about it. Oh, that's Nate Dogg from the Heights. Oh, okay, okay. And it's like a fucking phone tree. Like every time. So if we're in the same yard and you transfer to another yard, the first thing you're gonna do is ask you when you get some homies, hey, who you was up there with?
yeah, yeah,
First thing you do, oh man, I was up there with Nate, the homie Nate. And then you go right into a story, like, because that's how conversations go.
yeah.
Yeah, he was up there and he was beating the cat with a metal tray. So now that starts. And then, but other if you doing stuff to make your name ring, which I was purposely trying to do, then people are gonna hear about you.
Well, what about this, man? Every prison system seems to have, uh, I wouldn't, I guess, a legend or someone that people know. Almost everyone, like, oh yeah, that dude, that dude. Is there anything like that where you've done time? You're like, man, everyone knows that dude is
Yeah.
not to be messed with.
Well, there
Is
was
there?
a dude, rest in
Huh?
peace. There was a dude, rest in peace,
Oh
named
shit, man.
Karate Mike
Uh huh.
from Sacramento, and everybody knew about him. Everybody knew that. Like, I mean, the name speaks for itself, Karate Mike.
Was he
Um,
white dude?
no, he was a black dude from from Oak Park. I think he's
Okay.
from Oak Park, I believe. Yeah,
And he knew a lot of karate.
he knew his shit,
He,
and but at the same time, the legend can stuff like that can give you false power. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like you can think you bigger than you. It can go bad where you think you bigger than the car.
Yeah.
And that's what ended up happening to the brother. Like he thought he was bigger than the car, and they sent like 5 goons at him at one time, and they basically stomped him to death, basically. But
But he knew karate.
but the legend was it took all 5 of them to get him down. Though he was all the
Ha,
yeah
ha,
yeah
ha.
yeah oh yeah what those in the yeah
Oh shit.
all the Bruce Lee
Damn,
moves,
man. But he
all the
died in the
shit.
pen,
But
huh?
yeah, he ended up dying in New Folsom. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. May that man rest in peace.
Yeah,
I
rest in
hate to hear
peace,
about a
man. You
man
know,
dying in prison, but yeah,
because that's a
goes down.
cold, lonely death, man, on that concrete, you know?
Man, I seen the dude just fall out right on the dip bars, just fall out, and by the time and turn blue, and by the time they got to him, it was already over with. And he just I don't know if he had a heart attack, a stroke, what he had, but they didn't care. They didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that dude just and then of course we've seen the obviously you heard my stories. You know, what I mean I've seen people get busted on to death to
Yeah.
where by the time they got out there with the gurney, you could tell dude was already done.
Yeah.
There's too much blood on the ground for him to have any more left on his body.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, so
You can tell, man. You can tell. It's almost like, just something. It's not even. It's like almost can say to yourself, you know what? I think the body definitely has a soul, because it's
yeah,
like it just looks like an empty ass case after
right,
that. You know what
yeah.
I mean? It's like
Like you could
something's.
tell. Yeah,
Even when they're barely breathing, it's almost as though you can still tell he's alive. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But
But
the
it's over.
second it's
Then it's
over,
over
it's
with.
like
Yeah.
you
Yes, and that's
know
the trip. Until you've seen it, you don't know. See, that's how I
exactly,
can tell
man.
you've seen it. You could tell.
It's
Yeah, you
weird, man.
can tell. And that's why I like to share this stuff, not to like, what I mean, not to glorify this type of shit,
Yeah,
because that's what it's about. Is to showcase that, man, it's a lot of life changing shit that's happening that hopefully it wake people up, man. Like this
damn
ain't
right.
this ain't what it's about, man. That's not what it's about. I
And
don't.
that's why I got you on the show again, because we're gonna talk about that
Yeah,
towards the end.
that's why the first thing I said when you said what did I learn from prison, that I don't want to go back.
Yeah.
That's what I learned.
Well, would you say? Well, let me ask you one more thing about prison. Then we'll get into the mind
Yes, sir.
of a convict coming home. How was Pelican Bay, man? Was it jumping or what? I mean, how
Oh,
was it? Were you in the shoe or were
no,
you
no,
on
no, no. I
main
was on the
line?
yard. No, I was on the yard. I was on the
Okay.
yard. The yard, and the yard was popping.
Would you say when you got there that you were like, I made it?
I was
Every
like,
convict
okay.
might have a little bit of that sense, man.
Of
You know what I
course,
mean?
at first I was like, yeah, nigga, all right, yeah, this is
Ah,
whatever. Yeah, I mean, yeah, of
I'm
course
on
I'm here.
Pelican Bay,
This,
bro. Shut the.
at first, I'm like, this what I'm supposed to be. Of course I'm here. You know what I mean? Yeah. But then it's like, when I got on that yard, I'm like, really? This how we rocking?
Yeah,
Okay. Well, shit, let's get it popping. You know
yeah,
what I mean? And then the way they have it on B yard is that they have every building, every 2 buildings got their own little fenced in area. Instead of having the big yard, they came and refenced it to where every 2 buildings got their own fences. And they let y'all out, and it be like as soon as the doors rack popping, like it ain't no. And there was a war going on so long that I got transferred over to a different yard because the war was going on so long that they were getting new people and they needed beds. People were getting in trouble in the other yard, and they were using B yard as a whole, that like swapping people out. Like, okay, you ain't got in trouble in a while here. We're gonna move you over to A yard, and we're gonna put this dudes in your cell. And that's how I ended up getting an A yard. But A yard was just as bad.
yeah.
Like, put it this way, whites couldn't walk on A yard. Like, period.
So what they
Like,
do? Just stay in the cells?
or go to B yard.
Oh, so you have an option.
Well, no, you or take off on a black. That's how you go to B yard.
Okay, well, okay. So when I'm thinking of Pelican Bay, man, I'm thinking, from the video that everyone has seen pretty much from the
Yeah,
riot,
yeah,
that big yard that's
yep,
surrounded. I mean,
yeah. That's A yard. That A yard. That's A yard.
oh, so there's another yard separate from that that's not connected to it.
Yeah, that's B yard. That's a whole separate
Okay.
yard. Yeah, that
See,
yard you saw that big ride in. That's A yard.
okay,
I was
see,
on A yard, but that's his whole separate
isn't
yard.
that wild to sit and say that, you were there,
I
walk
was
those
standing right
bloody
here on the
grounds, you know what I
same,
mean?
yeah, the same benches, the same, some of the same people still there actually when I was there. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like I wasn't there. My homeboy, I'm not gonna say his name, But my homeboy was there when that actually incident happened. He got busted on a couple of times actually.
They need
Um,
to make a movie on that shit, bro. That was
they
a hell of a
do,
riot, man.
they
That'd
do.
be a
That
crazy
shit was.
movie.
But the crazy thing is, they happen like that a lot.
Yeah,
Like they
yeah,
happen like that a lot. That's just one that they caught enough good footage of. You know
yeah,
what I mean? That they was able to that it was able to get leaked and a lot of stuff don't get leaked. A
yeah,
lot of
for
stuff don't
sure.
get out. That was a leak. All that footage was leaked footage. That
Yeah,
wasn't something that was released by the California Department of Corrections. You know what I
yeah,
mean? That shit was leaked. There, there's cameras on every yard now, everywhere. There's bubble cameras everywhere now.
yeah,
So every time a riot happens or incident happens, I've seen worse riots than that, other than the fact that the dude got shot at the end.
yeah,
I've seen riots happen like that. They happen like that. I don't know about in the last 5.5, 6 years, but before that, man, it was regular. Like the last incident there was in New Folsom, the Mexican, same situation. Mexicans rushed the blacks there. Just like that. Same situation. A big group of Mexicans rushed all the blacks. But they
yeah.
were smart. They did it when the Bloods and the Crips was on lockdown. There was only Bay Area blacks out.
Oh
So
shit,
all the blood, so there was like only 1/3 of the numbers out. So
that's crazy.
yeah.
Well, damn. Well, let me ask. Let's jump out of prison, man. Let's jump out of prison. I want to ask you something really important. I feel as though a lot of people should hear, man. What kept you from going back? Like, is there anything? I know for me, I had to get the hell away from the people I was surrounding myself from. I knew that
Well,
that was key to my survival, to staying the hell out of prison.
right.
What were some key things that helped you change your whole path when you got out, man,
Well,
from going back to the old?
first and foremost for me, it's like you said, I really decided not that I didn't want to go back, but that I wasn't going back. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Knock on wood. They always say knock on wood. I don't need to knock on wood because I'm not going back. Like,
facts.
not only do you have to change who you associate with, who you go around, but you got to change your mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Who it's okay. You got to change your mindset even to the point of who it's okay to go around.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not even talking about the old people you hung out with. I'm talking about the new people you involve yourself with. Like
Mm.
if
Good
you
piece. Good piece.
yeah, come on. If you walk up to me and you got a pistol on you and you smoking blunts and all this, you are automatically, no disrespect to my homies that still living in the hood doing their shit, whatever, do your shit. But they understand because they know I'm not out there kicking it with them. You know what I mean? There's no reason for me to be around people that are committing crimes because if you're around people committing crimes, then eventually you're gonna get caught up in some shit. You got to
Yeah.
understand that the people you keep around you are that's the shit you bring to yourself. You
Yeah.
know, and me personally, man, I don't hang out with dudes that still committing crimes. You know what I mean? I don't pretend like I'm out here still committing crimes. You know, I go to work every day, a regular job. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And come home and hang out with my family. You know, I'm not when I say let's go do something, I'm not saying, oh, let's go to the hood and hang out at the park. That's not what I do. I'm like, let's go get the kayaks and go to the lake, and that's going to do something to me.
Yeah, and
You know
I
what I mean?
see them on your Instagram, man. I'm like,
Yeah,
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 that's the life, man. That's what I want to
yeah.
see from everyone, man.
Yeah, and I wish, hey, honestly, I swear to God, that's. I mean, I don't swear to God, but I mean, I for real, I want everybody. Me personally, I would wish that everybody could get that mentality that if the mentality can't be, I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do to be successful or to get this bag. No, because getting a bag is not being successful. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Getting money is not being successful because if you're not getting it the right way, it's not success because they could take it in a blink of an eye. You
yeah,
know, thinking that I could still be out here and keep one foot in the game and one foot out, and I'm just itching. I'm just waiting to die, basically.
yeah,
You know what I mean? If you walk around with a gun on you all the time, all you're doing is waiting to use it.
yeah,
That's all you're doing. What you got a gun on you for?
yeah,
If you come to my house and I got a bullet sitting on my computer right here, if I come to your house and you got a bullet sitting on your computer, I'm leaving. I'm gonna put it that way. I'm
yeah,
put it
yeah,
that way. Hey,
yeah.
I gotta go,
A
bro.
little risky. And
Hello?
look, I ask myself this question all the time, because I know prison changed
Yeah.
me, in the way that I think. And I say, I wonder if I never went to prison, if I would still be living the way that I was living. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people, once they go to prison, it's almost like a psychological battle within themselves to say, you know what, I did that damn gangster route and I don't need to do it no more.
And
You know what I
see,
mean?
and that makes it like I tell myself, and what makes it so much easier to stay out of trouble for me, like especially one-on-one trouble. It's like when I see a cat getting his chest all puffed up or whatever, or feeling some kind of way, I'm thinking in my head like, you don't understand the lengths that I've had to go to, and I will go to protect myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So let me go ahead and use my analytical skills and figure this little problem out, and we're gonna keep moving on without me having to do nothing to you. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because you don't realize how far I'm willing to go. And I guarantee you're not willing to go as far as I'm willing to go, because I'm willing to go to the death to protect me and mine. Are you?
Yeah.
That's the type of statement that have a motherfucker like, yeah, bro, it's just an argument. But these people haven't lived. That shit taught me that it's not that serious. It's not.
Yeah.
It's this is more serious. What we doing right now out here trying to show that if you want it, go do it. Stop waiting for handouts. Stop waiting for a motherfucker to do it for you. Stop trying to find an undercut way to do some shit. Stop trying to think being a gangster is cool. Man, that shit ain't cool. I did that. I promise you. You can run my thumbprint, and I guarantee as soon as you do it, hella bells and whistles gonna start going off.
Yeah.
I can't make this shit up. Like you said, a movie. I should write a book. You know what I mean? Because I can't make this shit up. Like from every stage of my life, from childhood to teens to adulthood to prison to now, you would think it wouldn't even be possible for me to be sitting right here in this chair right now.
Yeah.
I'm
And
here.
I started something yesterday, just pretty much a video log of my life.
Right.
I'm gonna really highly detailed down to when I first lit up a cigarette,
Right.
all the way to when I went down to the very last road. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And I think it's not only gonna help me, but it's gonna help people understand how we take that turn. You know what I mean? And I
Yep.
think every convict should do it. They should, swallow their pride a little bit. And,
Yeah.
if they are on a social media platform, talk about your life and explain in detail how the hell you managed to get to where you are. That way, people can see this shit. And even down to the parents
Yes.
with having a child coming. They're going to see from our stories how our parents affected our lives or
Yep.
our family members or our friends. And
Yeah.
they can take all this stuff into consideration and try to do it differently. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And I think that's a good way, man.
Yeah, because we definitely got to go back. Excuse my interruption, but
No,
we
you're good.
definitely got to go back to where it started.
Exactly. It's
And
key,
if people
man.
can see how it started for people like us, you know what I mean? And that's why in every interview I do on my channel, I always ask people about their childhood first. Like, me personally in my channel, the biggest thing ain't about the prison thing. Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
know if you went to prison. Cool. Yeah. All right. But what led you to that? And what are you doing now? That middle part, that prison part, the middle part. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You did prison time. We all done prison time. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. But now what are you doing psychologically to change how your son thinks?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or how your nephew, or how that guy that's looking at you across the street, that's your neighbor that's beating his wife, how he's trying to get a good message from you and not want to go to prison and want to start doing better shit with his life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
we got to change the psychosis. I say that all the time. We got to change the way people think,
Yeah.
because people think that since this is what we do, people think it's okay to, I mean, even as small as something like, and not to sound preachy, but even as small as something like this, people think it's okay to ride with their seatbelt off. You got a gun on you. You got dope on you. Your girl on the passenger side, whatever. Y'all jumping on. We just went to the store real quick. I'm not putting my seatbelt on. But when you get pulled over now, it's the cop's fault for pulling you over.
Yeah. Seeing no seatbelt or something
Yeah,
like
he
that.
saw no seatbelt, so he has probable cause to pull you over. So now these cats, like, when you start letting little shit slide, it's just gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I pop my seatbelt for safety and because it's the law. I don't want the police in my face for shit.
Yeah.
Nothing at all. I don't even want them knowing wanting to ask me my name. Because as
Yeah.
soon as they run my name, then it's all this other shit that we got to go through now.
Yeah.
Like, oh, get out of the car, cuff up. We're going to just put you in our car for our safety.
Yeah.
Okay. Because they did that with me when I first came home. My daughter was crying and shit. I'm like,
Yeah. That's foul, man. They shouldn't have to put you in the damn car.
yeah,
and
they put me
shit.
in cuffs, put me in the back of the car. Was like, well, until we see. Well, I gave my name. They ran and was like, oh, cuff me up, put me in the car. It was like, well, until we talk to your parole officer, make sure you're good. We're gonna have to for our safety. I'm like, okay, man, whatever. And then me, like I said, I learned patience. I'm like, all right, bro, you go, because I know you gonna let me out. You got to. You had no reason not to. And I'm not finna give you a reason to keep me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be real calm. Yep. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
My daughter was crying. I'm mad because my daughter cried, but I'm keeping it in because I'm not trying to show no aggression to these dudes.
Let's say you're jogging in the park. By yourself. Your family's not with you. You're just out there in the park or something, or walking anywhere in public, and someone starts something with you, okay? Maybe y'all bump each other, or he steps on your shoe and he says, hey, get the fuck out my way. What the hell is Nate Dogg gonna do, man? A packed club. Let's say a packed club. You went in somewhere, a bar, to get a drink really quick when you got off work,
Okay, so I want to say, I want to say if I'm in a packed area, but if I'm in a packed area, somebody steps on my shoe, excuse me, bro. Even though he stepped on my shoe, excuse me, man, excuse me. I'm not gonna get aggressive off top. But if a cat turned around and they push me, or like, hey man, get the fuck out the way, what you doing? For that first pause, hey bro, you stepped on my shoe. And then I'm gonna see how he react. Honestly, I can't even lie. I don't want to front. Like, my thing is, I'm not gonna be a victim. I'm not promoting no kind of violence, but I'm not gonna be a victim. I'm not gonna be a victim. If he takes an aggressive stance or anything like that, I'm firing off on him. I'm gonna try to knock him out real quick, and hopefully I.
But you're probably gonna be the one that goes to lockup.
You're damn right. I'm gonna be the one to go to lockup, and that's a terrible thing. But I'm gonna hope they got taped something, because it's like, and that's the part of regular life. I'm not gonna automatically like get on him, but if he tries to get on me, I'm gonna defend myself. But
I'm trying to distinguish what a person should do when it comes to just the words. They ain't putting no hands on you.
Nah. In words, you should be able to just like blow that.
Can you back down from the harshest words, you think? Because I know it's hard. man.
See, that's the difference. Like, and I've had these kind of conversations with people, right? And I'm like, well, why you do that? Well, he called me this, or he did that. See, like, I don't know what it is about me, bro. And I guess I'm just lucky, or I just like when people see me in person, they like, oh shit. Like, I've met a couple of my subs in person. They're like, damn, you bigger than I seen you on camera. And I'm like, and I don't know what it is, but I think maybe it's just people don't push those buttons with me, because off top, first of all, like, once again, it's how I carry myself, how I'm smiles. Smiles are for free, man. I smile in public, all this shit. Like, it's good. I'll pull up to a liquor store and it'll be a gang of thugs standing outside, and I'm almost five of them. Just like, hey, what's happening, man? Oh, what's up, OG? All right. But I mean, I really do believe that we should be able to, no matter what the harshest words are, laugh it off. Oh, exactly. Got a perfect one. I got a perfect one.
Okay.
So, perfect example. Me, my wife, and I believe one of my kids was with me. I don't know if one of my kids was with me or not. We pulling in. We lived in an apartment complex at the time, right? We pull in, and I pull in my truck in, and I see some kids, some youngsters, like teenagers, sitting in a van in our parking lot. So I'm looking, and the driver of the car, he keep looking back at me. So I keep the contact, right? And then I get out the car and I keep looking. He get out the car, right? Young white kid, right? He get out the car and he's like, "What's up?" I'm like, "What's happening?" He like, "You keep looking at me." I'm like, "Yeah, you sitting in my parking lot." "Oh, is there a problem?" And I looked and I just laughed in my head. I'm like, the old me would have been like, "What?" Like, first of all, I'll slap the shit out you, little boy. But that's not what I said. That's not what I said. That's what I thought. But I just looked at him. I'm like, "Nah, little bro, it ain't no problem, man. I see somebody sitting in my dark parking lot, and I was just wondering who was sitting in my dark parking lot, man. That's all." "Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, okay." I'm like, "Yeah, all right." And I'm looking right at him. I'm not turning around and going to him. I'm looking at him like, "Yeah, all right. All right. Y'all have a good night, man." Yeah. And he got back in the car.
I've had situations like that, man. And I'll tell you what, when you answer in a positive way,
right,
it messes them up. It's almost like, what the hell?
Right.
Hold on, man. This ain't how it's supposed to go down. You
Right. He's
know,
supposed to be roaring up just like
he's
I am.
supposed to be puffing up like
Yeah.
me. You know, and then when they see it, it's almost like, I don't know. It's hard to explain, man. Like
I
I've
know
had
what you're saying.
it's very hard to explain.
It's like
but,
I'm answering positively, but you can see that I'm not worried about you.
and people ask me for advice all the time about shit, and
Right.
I tell them, like I was saying in my video that you messaged me about on
Right.
Instagram about
Right,
how
yeah.
it's hard for me
Right.
because I give people advice now that's unorthodox to what they've ever heard or
Right.
seen before. It's
Of
something
course.
like a pastor or something would give
Right.
you, advice like that, and then and they I could tell that they're actually like, hold on, I can't do that. I can't
Right.
do that. That's not the. But
they can.
That's
That's the thing.
how brainwashed they are, man.
We're so
You
stuck.
can.
Yeah, you're so stuck in thinking that we have to do this way. Like, come on, man.
You
You gotta
don't,
do all
man.
that, man. For
When
what?
and look, when you go against the grain, man, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
for the good,
Yeah.
it's unbelievable.
Like I
man.
said, if it ain't for protecting me or mine, man, I
Yeah.
don't care about what nobody's saying. You can
Yeah.
say what you honestly. You can say whatever you want to say. Just don't come towards me while you're saying it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Say it from over there.
yeah, he's jogging away.
Yeah,
Let
well,
it ride.
yeah, but I mean, I'm gonna let it ride either way as long as you don't pose a threat. Like
Yeah.
if you start coming towards me like, oh, you okay, so now I got to get on you because, or I'm not gonna get on you, but I'm gonna drop you because
Yeah.
I want to at least protect, at least be able to get away from the situation. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna just sit there and let you just do that to me.
Yeah.
That's not gonna happen. And if I see you doing something to somebody, like I need to break that because there's been a couple incidents where I've stopped situations because I'm like, man, come on, man, watch out, man, what are you doing? Like there was even a dude about to run up in the store because they ID'd him. He's standing outside the A&P and talking shit to the clerks, talking about come outside, I'll beat your ass. And I'm walking back out the store to go to work, and I just stopped right beside him, like right here where my mic's at. It's like, hey, bro, I ain't trying to be in your business, man. But, whatever you do, it's a young light skinned kid too. I said, whatever you do with these people, bro, you might win the fight, but you going to jail and they gonna go back to work.
Good piece.
Decide what
great
you want
piece,
to do.
man.
I looked down. I said, just decide what you want to do, man. I'm not trying, and I would just like this. I'm not trying to be in your business. I'm just trying to give you a little advice, man. He looked at me.
Well, that might have saved his life,
Hey,
man.
the brother looked at me. He said, "Hey, man, good looking out, OG. You right, man." And I said, "And by the way, you just trying to get swishers, right? Yeah, you gonna get them for me? Nah, but you see that Chevron right across the street? Why don't you just walk over? Why don't you just walk over there and ask them?"
Oh shit! He said, "Nah," but you said,
Nah,
"Chevron."
no. See that? No, I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
That's a crime. I don't commit crimes. Nah,
yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. Even the little crimes. Nah, I'm cool. I got 2 strikes. I ain't playing.
Yeah. Well, that's what's up, man. I enjoyed this interview, man. I enjoyed the last one.
I appreciate you having me on, man. Shit.
And people,
hopefully the fans like it.
Yeah, I think they will. I know they will. And people like you, man, believe it or not, you have a lot of wisdom and a lot of input, man, and it can actually change lives for sure. You know what I mean? For sure. I know it.
Out here, man. It's some of us out here, man. That's
Yeah.
not trying to lead y'all down darkness, trying to wake y'all up, man.
Yeah, that's all there is, man. We got to get to that light. And well, tell the people the light that they can follow you to your social media.
Oh, absolutely. Like on YouTube, y'all can get me at Nate Dog 916. You see it right there on the bottom corner of my thing. 2 G's. My Instagram is the same thing with a dot in the middle of Nate and Dog, so it's Nate.Dog916. Also, you can get at my producer Sandman2788.
I need a damn producer, man. Hey, I see him in the comment section all the time saying, man, shout out to, I think he set this up or shot my way. I think so. Yeah. So big shout out to Sam, man. And,
Sam, man. And if it's all right for me to give a 2 quick shout outs real quick, or 3 quick shout outs real quick, I'll make it fast. First of all, I gotta say shout out to Big Herc. I got to off top. Big Herc 916, y'all know what it is. This shirt right here was made by my homeboy from my neighborhood. It says Diggish, Diggish Designs. Made by my homeboy Dirk Dig, DIRKDIGG. Y'all can check him out on Instagram, Dirk Dig. Y'all interested? He got a whole clothing line. And all my music on my channel, you guys already know, Jimmy God Deck 700. You know what I mean? Check him out.
That's what's up, man.
So it
And
is.
tell the people just a little bit, really quick, what you do on your channel.
On my
Just
channel, it's about one. I got inspirational videos. Well, just I call them Nate's knowledge, basically telling people shit from my point of view and my perspective. And I also got interviews, just like Def got with. But my interviews are a little bit different because I don't interview people until after they've already made something and done something with themselves after they got out. You know,
excellent.
so most
And
of my people,
that's probably the route I'm trying to take right now. You know what I
right,
mean?
right. And now I'm like trying to transition a little into just telling stories of struggle to show people in other walks of life, not just people who've been to prison, that no matter what you in or what you've been in, doesn't mean that's what defines you for the rest of your life. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. Excuse my language. You can do whatever you want to do. You just got to do it and not wait for nobody else to do it for you. But whatever you do, you got to stay loyal and stay loyal to yourself.
Yeah, for sure, man. I strongly believe any change has to begin with yourself and your own
Yes,
mind.
sir.
If you don't start there, I don't think it's ever gonna start.
Never
You
will.
gotta
Yeah.
want that shit enough. You
Yep.
gotta
You
want
got
it.
to.